Alright, there are some people that don't really think that you need to feed your bees in the wintertime, and they evidently probably don't, but I do take a precaution and feed my bees in the winter, and I'm going to show you a mixture that I use. It's a combination of just pure granulated sugar, and then I take some pollen substitute. This could be any kind of pollen substitute you want to use, but I use Bee Pro just because I've got a bunch of it. And then we'll put a dash of Honeybee Healthy in there, and a couple of other ingredients, the organic apple cider vinegar as well. So anyway, this is how we do it. Just tear this bag open, dump it in there, and then what I'll do is I'll mix all the dry ingredients in first, and stir those up with my drill. I don't know if you can see that in the camera or not, but that's just a mixing spatula, if you want to call it that I got from Lowe's. Just dump 25 pounds in there, which really almost fills up this 5-gallon bucket. And then we'll open the pollen substitute here. Some recipes call for about 15 cups of pollen for a 25-pound bag of sugar. But here in East Tennessee we have a lot of pollen already. But because East Tennessee is probably the pollen capital of at least the United States, I don't really use that much pollen substitute in what I'm going to mix up. Now, my spring mixture does have a little bit more pollen in it than my winter mixture, and so my winter mixture I'm just going to put about 3 to 4 cups, and this is just a pint jar that I'm using as my measuring device, so probably about 1.5 to 2 of these of my pollen substitute. Something like that right there. Put that in there. And then I'll sprinkle in about a quarter to half a teaspoon of a citric acid. Something like that right there. And then I'll take my drill and just mix these dry ingredients together. Now, if you've got a multiple speed drill, you want to set it on the low speed. You don't want to start splashing stuff out everywhere. You just kind of run the beater up and down all the way around there. Just get the mixture going pretty good. And once you feel that you got the dry ingredients mixed up well enough, then we'll put the liquid in here. And what I do is I use a little bit of corn oil, just to give the bees a little bit of oil in their diet. Not a whole lot, probably about 3 or 4 tablespoons. And then I'm going to put an entire quart of my apple cider vinegar in there. If you use the Bragg or Broggs brand, You will need to shake it because it does have some sediment in it, and since you're paying for it, might as well put it all in there. It's all good for the bees. Now I'll put about half of this in at first, and then start mixing it. And I want to get just a mixture probably about the consistency of thick peanut butter is what I'm looking for. If the apple cider vinegar is not enough liquid, it'll be close, but if it's not enough liquid, then I'll supplement that with just some water, or if I have some sugar water already mixed up, then I'll do that. Now here I'll also add about just a splash of some type of essential oils. I like Honeybee Healthy. You can use whatever flavor you like, but just a splash, probably a fourth a cup, something like that. And you'll have to hold the bucket still with your feet or some other method. It's starting to get pretty moist all the way around. It's still kind of granularly moist, if that can be a description. It's not going to be smooth like peanut butter, but you want it thick enough so that you can spread it on something and it stays where you put it. I heard someone mention something like a damp or moist sand. That would be similar to that. And then once you think you have it mixed well enough, why don't you let it sit for about 10 minutes or so, and then stir it some more. That allows the whatever moisture's in there to kind of absorb in some of the other sugar parts. So, but that right there is just about the way we want it. We don't want so much water in there, especially in the wintertime. We don't want so much moisture in there that it causes a moisture issue in your hive. And then of course when you put this on, you want to make sure that your hives are well ventilated. So I'll let this sit for a few minutes, and then I'll come and stir it again. I'll put a lid on it, and then tomorrow I'll go serve it up on the hives. So I hope that's been helpful to you. It is a mixture that I've used, and I seem to like it. I like the idea of adding just a little bit of protein to it, a little bit of citric acid to it. And a little bit of the Honeybee Healthy. I think all those things add just a little bit more than just plain sugar and water. Although sugar and water does fine, there's nothing wrong with that. I just maybe it's because I like the way Honeybee Healthy smells. I don't know. Anyway, hope that helps, and thanks for watching.